What is going on, my beautiful people? I have just taken the nastiest double shot of espresso that I have ever gotten in my life. But I do want to come at you with a Viego commentary. I left the coffee sitting out for a little bit too long. I think it's been sitting in my fridge for 2 days. I got it from Starbucks, and I thought it was going to taste the same. I Googled it, but it tasted very disgusting. I've got a little bit of a Viego gameplay for you today. We are going to do a little bit of invading since we do have a Thresh on the team, and he is ready to go. His name is Blitz the Hooker, so you can invade when they have a name like that, right? So just a little bit of Viego's abilities. Your Q is kind of your bread and butter damage, kind of like a Yasuo or a Yonq. Your W is going to be your stun, and the longer you hold it, the longer that you actually stun for. And finally, you do have your E, which is kind of your in and out mobility tool. Pretty standard setup, but you do get the invisibility, which is wonderful, as we missed the Q there. Invades are tricky. You never know, whether or not it's going to be the best move, so we have to flash out there. Kind of just want to get away from there, but overall the point of this video is to show you guys how you can climb out of low elo, kind of like silver, gold, etc. So we're doing a standard red start here as we try to leash it out a little bit. We are going to be a little bit behind just because of that kind of annoying invade. Hopefully we don't die here to this red. But we're going to clean it up. So we have a Cho'Gath in the top lane. Kind of don't expect too much action there, but it is a gankable lane because of his Q. We have an Azir in the middle lane, which is honestly, I think, is a cool pick. I didn't even know people played Azir anymore, especially in this elo. But a lot of playmaking ability on that champion, essentially. And then we have a Thresh Samir on the bot lane. So Samir is probably going to look to snowball. I think a good idea here in these situations when you have a snowbally lane like bottom, especially with a Thresh with a hard engage, you kind of do want to consider starting blue side. Dang, we missed the Krug there, but it's all right. And then on the opposite side, we have the Lilia top, who's very mobile. The Vex mid, who's a pretty standard mid laner, just going to kind of throw out abilities from time to time. And then the bot lane is kind of the same. It's not as snowbally as ours, but they do have a Blitzcrank, so they are probably going to go for engages. And Thresh, Blitzcrank, I feel like I see those champions a lot in this elo, since they're easy, as we see the Azir having some trouble, but he's just very mobile, so there's no need to help there. We're just going to continue full clearing down to the little rock people. Always start out with your Q. Try to hit that whenever you can, so you can apply the passive on as many of the people, as the monsters in the jungle camp. It'll help your clear, essentially. And I also like to do a auto attack, which is the attack move, just so I don't miss any autos. I recommend that you guys try it out if you've never used the A attack, but we're gonna go for a counter here, see if we can make anything happen. It is difficult with the blitz. As you can see, we just need to back off there. There's no point. One last Q to finish the little Krugs, and we are back to base. 680 gold, not ideal. I like to do my first back around 1100, maybe anywhere, even up to 1500 if I can get an early kill. So this is kind of a slow-paced game, but the good thing about Viego is that he just scales very strongly, and you don't really need the early kills to carry games, essentially, as long as you kind of have consistent farm and you know that you're patient in those big team fights and you're using your ultimate at the right times. I think that's the biggest point on Viego. Make sure that you're using your R in a situation where you can potentially get a reset. Obviously, if it's a 1v1, you want to use it differently, but in those big team fights, if you can get one reset, it usually translates to multiple kills. Maybe not for you, but definitely for your team. So just keep that in mind. As we come down to the wolves here, one of them, trying to stay healthy on the CS. We're only a few minutes into the game here. It's very slow. We're down 3-0, which a lot of people would not be happy about, but just kind of want to show how strong this character can really be even when you're down. One of the cool things about Viego's ultimate is that when you do take over a champion's soul, you also get their items. So if they have a very fed carry on their team, you do get to use kind of the gold that that character's been earning over the next few seconds when you have their ultimate. We're going to go for a mid gank here. Always want to start the ganks with your E. Should be a free kill, hopefully. Waiting for W to come up. A little too close for comfort there. As I take the soul, I want to get rid of that minion aggro. You cannot take damage except from turrets while you're taking enemy souls. Let the Azir clean up there. Make sure we don't take his farm and he gets mad. That's very important. Again, here just trying to queue through the entire camp, making sure we try to get this done as quickly as possible. And Dragon is up. Dragon is very important nowadays, and we'll see if we can set up a play to actually get it. Spot lane is pushed up, so I think there's an opportunity for a gank here. Make sure you always ping the laners when you're going in. Sometimes they'll be a little too caught up in CSing. Thresh throws a lantern. Beautiful. Kind of just want to stack the CC. And Samir gets a very important shutdown. Probably no need to really take the Ashe there. Probably better to just go back. But we do get a little bit of healing when we take the souls. I think people underestimate the importance. I know that these little scuttlers have kind of lost a bit of their spunk. The experience that they give and the gold that they give, I believe, has gone down. So people don't focus them. But for me, the vision control and being able to comfortably do these objectives is just so important. You want to make sure that you're not getting dragons snuck by you. Here we have a lot of gold, so I think it's best to back off. We also don't have a bottom lane. But typically, two things I always check for when I do an objective is how are my lanes doing? If they are close by and they can provide support if needed, then that's a check mark. And then the second thing that I like to check is essentially how much vision do we have around the map, and do they have vision? So right now we do have the scuttle. We know that's kind of uncontested, so that'll just deter the I think it's a Xin Zhao from even trying the dragon. So it's very important as we smite the red there, just to make sure that we get the our top smite, the 900 damage one. Again, bot is underextended, so we're gonna try a gank here. We do get the flash, so we know we can land our W, but we miss. Kind of no wasting time here. Xin Zhao is top, so it's essentially a free dragon here. Gonna ping it like crazy. And we're still down 4 kills. Like, it's important to know, like, kills don't win games. They definitely help, but you want to get the objectives as quickly as you can. This dragon is more valuable, I think, than that kill top, although he does miss a wave, so you could argue it, but just the fact that we have the lane support from mid, if we get the reset, it just kind of lets us know, like, if a fight does happen to break out, we can win. So let's go for it here. Boom, we get the Ashe. Beautiful. Make sure we get as many plates as we can here. The Xin Zhao did make a smart play. He went for the rift as we get the dragon. So all in all, we were down. So to me, it's kind of an even trade. They got the top kill, a few plates, and the rift. We got 2 kills bot and the dragon, but we were behind. So kind of an even trade-off, but you kind of want to go for even trade-offs when you're behind. And League of Legends, man, it can be such a frustrating game, honestly. But hopefully we have some just kind of mental checks so that you guys can climb out of your tiers. Make sure you get to those top ranks as quickly as possible, boys. Not an easy game, League of Legends. Very stressful. Sometimes I literally will drink coffee before I play just to make sure I'm focused. I do have a full-time job, so I only have maybe one game, a few games a day that I can play on a good day. So we want to make those count, and that's why I will pop. Sometimes I will literally pop some coffee for League, but not for work, which is kind of hilarious. Big engage bot. We're gonna see if we can make our way over in time. Potential for cleanup, but risky. Yeah, a little too much. Don't want to do those coin flips. And as you can see, the Xin now has the control, and you can use your E. But we do need to defend the rift here. This Ashe could be doing something stupid. It looks like she warded, so we just want to play off. If you ever see a character walk towards a bush and then stop for a second, just assume that it is warded. And kind of what you want to do with Viego, like I just did there, you just want to W, Q, and get back out into your E. Beautiful. Great job by the Thresh. And our E is such a good chase tool. You can use it to catch up very easily. But, I mean, we get the Blitz Flash there for nothing. Essentially, for literally nothing. We know the Xin is low, so now we can take a look at his jungle. He also has no support from bot lane. And we are free to roam in his jungle. As you can see, we're just kind of being a bully here. Taking some gold, denying resources, something that you should always look to do when you have slight leads. We do have a 3v2. Let's see if we can get a kill here. Very good. Don't want to die in that situation. We have 2 kills, no deaths. That's kind of how we want to keep it for the whole game. See if we're able to do that. And straight back to farming. Oh man, I feel like I've been getting sick lately, but I don't know why. I got roasted on Reddit for posting a video. Shout out to Reddit if anyone's watching from there. I got absolutely roasted because I did not build Kraken Slayer on Viego, which I get it. It's probably the best option if you want to climb out. So we missed the W there. Just helping Cho'Gath push lane. And take more farm, I guess. Patience pays off here. Using my R for an engage, it does slow the enemy champion. I think it's going to be nerfed next patch. But right now it's a 99% slow for like one second. Now we get our first power spike here. We have the item. Our Q will do more damage. Our autos are going to do more damage. And then you also have the true damage from the item itself. So control those buffs. We know that dragon is up. Let's see if we can do something here. They are pretty low, and this is kind of not a coin flip, but let's see. Beautiful. Kind of W in and get out. Use the E for mobility. You don't want to commit. See if we can get a steal here. No, we cannot. And do waste flash. Here's the power of the resets. Let's see what we can do. That is why you play Viego. Like, it's that simple. Like, you get one kill and you're just able to follow up and follow up and follow up. Such a freaking fun champion. He's my most played champion by far. Make sure you weave in those autos as you Q and as you W. That's kind of like the basic Viego, like Q auto, W auto. Just keep those always flowing, and you can use your W to escape just like that. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful champion kit, and I think that's why he's nerfed so often. It's just he has such a good kit that even, you know, if they take his damage down, he just feels relevant no matter what. I think that's why he's used in pro play so freaking much too. We got bowling ball, damn. Strike, baby. Trying to hit the Q, but I mean this, like, we are 4-0, which is great and dandy, but we're 10-10 overall in kills, so it's probably gold is very even between the teams. We have see if we can do something here. We managed to get the hits there, which means, oh, let's go. We caught the Zin lacking, but I think he did secure the Rift, so not that big of a loss for him. I mean, we were literally getting dived on an even game. Like, there's no need for the opposite team to be diving. Those are kind of the mistakes that you want to take advantage of. As Ashe pops the heal there. Beautiful. All for an E. Sometimes you can use the E and not even be in it, and people will flash or heal. So remember that. Because Lilia kind of wastes her ult, essentially. This Thresh seems like a good player. Like, he knows how to play the champ. Just gonna back. We were gonna back, but we kind of need to provide some defense for the tier 2 turret. You want to make sure they don't get too much money from the Shelly. That pink Blitzcrank skin is hilarious, by the way. I think it's great. It's like a little kitty sitting in a robot. Ooh, beautiful ult by Azir. That's the power of that champion. See if we can get a bowling ball down the middle. Doesn't get anything, but it looks cool. Now we go for the key item, the Blade of the Ruined King on the Ruined King. You can't go wrong with this item. Always build Blade. I think like some sort of defense boot seems to be key on Viego, whether you're going Mercs or Tabbies, depending on their team comp. Another thing that seems to be really important is the high damage early. So don't be afraid to go Blade into Kraken or Kraken into Blade. And then I've seen, depending on the team comp, I like to go Death Stance if it's a lot of armor. If you're seeing a lot of AP, you go into Maw. But just like your ability to catch on Viego is just so nice, and then you get the reset. Ashe Arrow doesn't do anything because you're in ult. Maybe going a little too aggressive here. The flash wastes are, but we do get killed. Damn. Lilia is one fast champ. Not gonna lie. Pinging the dragon here, I mean, you know everyone's top. They can probably do it in zone with 3 people. Especially with a Thresh. Like, all he has to do is stand in that little crevice. While Azir and Samir do it. Like, you can see, like, he's not going to be able to get close to all of them. Yeah. He is doing the right thing, which is going to where we don't have vision, but he just overcommitted himself and his gear takes him out. Finally, we're back up. We have our blade. Huge top wave, so we want to make sure we capitalize on that. As the team is nice enough to basically like take the dragon for us. That was very sweet of them. Kisses. And this is how you turn early game downs. Kind of fight around objectives. Try to team fight with Viego. Now we're up 8 kills. And I mean, we have kill participation in 5 of them, or 15 of them. 6 plus 7. What is that? 13? Yeah, 13. Sorry, not 15. So, I mean, we've essentially participated in more kills than their entire team even has, which I think is great. I like Viego's skirmishy kind of character type. And try to get vision control whenever you can. We see 2 bot, so it is a potential Baron angle. I'm gonna try and do it here, but they pink, so it's not worth it. I feel like a lot of people when they start Baron, they're like, they just feel like they're committed. Sometimes you can literally just back off if you don't feel it's safe. And as a jungler, you can kind of make that call because they're not going to keep doing it. Hopefully most of the time if you are the person with smite and you don't want to keep doing it. Ashe feels overextended here. And Thresh kind of sees it too, but kind of risky. We have vision on one person who's Vex on the bottom, so you don't want to go for that. Those are the game ruining plays that we seem to make oh so often. The juicy Ashe calling our name, but people at this level or like this late into the game are very mobile and they can really punish you. Even if they're behind, they have enough damage to pop one person, like no question. This is in. Ooh. We managed to get out of there. I'm not sure if I actually used the ult to ignore the sleep from the deer girl. Did I do it? Am I that good? Nah, I'm just playing. They're overextending here. We're all full health. I don't know what this Vex is doing. Yeah. And then you just go full reset mode. We have 3 resets, we don't even need them. Gonna go to free Baron here. I mean, there's no reason not to. If enemies on the team are dead, go to the objectives. There's no reason not to. I think I kind of learned that. Like, it was like the only reason the other, like, you win League of Legends by getting objectives, dragons, Nexus, right, Baron, and the reason their enemy champions are there are to prevent you from getting the objectives. So as soon as those enemy champions are gone, like, go for the objectives, get that gold. Whether it be the frickin', I mean, the Nexus is the main objective, right? And then you have these side objectives. People seem to be like, oh my god, we got 3 kills, let's get the last 2. Sometimes it's good to just let Cho'Gath die here. Yeah, there's no need. He's so tanky, like, look how long it took him to die. We're gonna have to R out. Yeah. That's when you die. When you try to save people, fix mistakes, there's no need to do that. And sometimes I'm a victim of that myself. Like, I'll have a teammate who, like, could get out maybe if I tried, and I jump in there, and it's like a 10% win play. The win for us is one of our guys doesn't die. The loss for us is we lose 2 to 3 people trying to save that person. So it's kind of a risk reward. It's just not worth it. Like, if I had died, they get Infernal here. Like, no question. And for what? Like, potentially save the Cho'Gath? We're fine. Ooh, that shit was close. They're afraid. I mean, we have a Thresh and a Samira. Like, there's Wombo combo potential here. See if someone overextends. See how powerful the E is? Like, they don't know what's happening. And patience wins. Like, let's see who's more patient here. They commit to our tank, so let's see. Oh man, we're still asleep. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, they committed to our main tank. Try not to do that. There we go. We got the Infernal. It's pretty much GG at this point. And keep in mind, this is a game where we were down, what, 6 kills at one point? Maybe even more. And that's how we win. We have an Infernal Drake. Like, the more boosts you have from Baron, the more likely you are to win those 50-50 fights. It's just that simple. You don't want to be in a situation where you're trying to clean up mistakes for, like, it's like, oh, we have to prevent the team from getting this last Drake. You want to be the team that puts them in that situation. Shout out to this Thresh though in this bot lane. They were down early, but they came back. A little bit of help from us. I mean, but they should really be getting the credit. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And Viego's fun. It's so fun to play all these different champions. Like, it's like a nice little breath of fresh air. And you can see the Kraken Slayer damage, so I'm sorry, Reddit. You guys are right. Kraken Slayer is superior. I think this is going to be my go-to build unless our team is like super squishy. I'm just backing off there. Like, I don't care about that red. There's my trade-off, right? Like, if I get that, the positive is I could win the red for nothing, and I mean, that doesn't really help us win the game. On the negative side, if I get caught, that potentially sets them up for a big play. So it's like risk reward, 1 buff for a potential 4v5 team fight. Yeah, I'm not taking that. Even if I'm getting that buff 8 out of 10 times, like those 2 out of 10 times where I get slept by the Lilia, not worth it. You lose the game off stuff like that. At least in my opinion. Some people like to play more aggressively, I mean. Beautiful. Take the soul, get a reset. Let's see what we can do. Reset off this. Oh my god. This is the power of resets. It's so much fun. Playing like an AD carry. Oh, that was so close. Oh, dude. No, we literally die. Yeah, that Lilia should have just backed. Uh-oh. Alright, and this is where the game probably goes longer than it should because we're messing around like little monkeys. But that's the fun of League of Legends, huh? 7-2 and 17. I mean, there's a million ways we can still improve, right? Like, but this is good enough to get us those wins in silver and gold and plat, essentially. If you can play like this consistently, you're gonna climb. And yes, there's gonna be like that one game where like your whole jungle gets taken, you lose a 2v2 by some miraculous flash the enemy team makes, but if you can play consistent, get those dragons, you're gonna win most games, I promise you. That is a promise from the heart. Don't want to do anything too rash here. They do have a blitz crank, so he can still one pop. They can still one pop one of us. They're playing well as a team. Like, it's not like they're playing poorly, but they're just playing from behind now because we have the objectives. This is the Infernal Sword. Sorry, I don't know if I called it that last time, but I mean, you can see they still have damage. We're just gonna get hell at least. That's beautiful. She gets the penta, let's go. I almost stole that too. I'm sorry, Samir. You killed it, Jordan X Mania. Shout out to you. And this Thresh. The Thresh is the unsung hero of the game. That's how you win a game. I mean, like, play League of Legends, have fun. Viego is such a fun champion. I recommend it. There's a reason people play this in Prote all the time. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Only like 1% of you guys are subscribed, which is understandable. It's a new channel. But if you made it through the whole video, just click it a like, click it a sub, and I will see you guys next time here. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. See you later. Peace.